Which book should a depressed person absolutely have to read?
Before we start, make sure you smash the subscribe button along with the tiny bell icon so you get updated every time we post new videos. Done? Great, let's start this video.
I have 10 toes _AMA says, Hitchhiker's Guide helped me. Just an absurdist take on humanity that helps undercut any overwhelming negative thoughts I can't shake. Sailor Salvador says, this book got me through an incredibly hard time in my life. Reading it in the hospital beside my dad. Thanks Douglas Adams. Aquatis3 says, it's an easy lateral move over to the Discworld series by Terry Pratchett. Very similar senses of humor. Discworld is just the fantasy to the HHGG's Sci-Fi Vlokanen Ventilaren says, The Little Prince by Antoine de Saint-Exupéry. I don't think it needs an introduction. It's a very small book, which helps since some people with depression can't read huge volumes, it tires them out. It's also very simply written while being thought-provoking at the same time. It is only with the heart that one can see rightly. What is essential is invisible to the eye. Maxwell Gendel says, an excellent book written for both children and adults, but understood differently depending on where we are in our lives. Little Stidius says, such a wonderful book. There's a Netflix movie about it as well, a modern retelling of the story. I enjoyed it. Orange 4937 says, yes, this book is full of wisdom, and when you are not feeling the best, it can make a difference to remember some of the book's wisdom. I am who I am and have the need to be. Mark's Brand Oatmeal says, Man's Search for Meaning by Viktor Frankl. A really nice book for developing a solid foundation for dealing with problems. Trigger Happy Midget says, a few years ago, I was laid off with no job prospects and couldn't bear being in Seattle for another winter. Packed all my stuff into a room at my folks', took a bus with my bike to Vancouver and rode down to Mexico. Carried this book with me and read it by flashlight in my tent with the rain beating down on me. It was soothing? I dunno, not a happy book, but I think it calmed a piece of my soul. Dang That's Nasty says, I read this book while living in a tent after my life imploded, very helpful. Eat the Poor says, Slaughterhouse-Five. Seriously, Kurt Vonnegut got me through some rough times emotionally. He has a dark, wry sense of humor but ultimately a heart of gold beneath that really makes you feel like you're not alone, that other people out there think like you and have been through the same things. Whoa_it's_Allah says, I second Slaughterhouse-Five. It's one of my favorites. Lazy Gamer Mike says agree, most of Kurt Vonnegut books do the same for me. They all tackle similar themes and are written with his amazing style and voice. Wayne Guerin says, Meditations by Marcus Aurelius, just a man's thoughts on how to better himself. Never meant for publication. Immune to Bleach says, the first chapter, where he thanks his father, mother, and mentors is mind-blowing to me. We are all inspired by so many and are never truly, truly alone. It's amazing how well Marcus put that into words. Boyle M. Mash M. Boyle M. says, hyperbole and a half. Hilarious and personal. One of the few books that have made me laugh out loud as well as cry. Aurelius says, came here to say this. This book helped me realize I was depressed and that treatment might actually work. Which it eventually did. Ruler Max says, I think Norse Mythology by Neil Gaiman. That shit got me thinking in so many ways and it made me smile many times while I was in a really bad place and I love it and read it to this day. Maybe even Metro Trilogy by Dmitry Glukovsky, 3 awesome books that I always recommend and are packed with stuff that gets the gears turning trembling like a flower says, I second the Metro series. Those are incredibly unique books. AAAAAND there's even a video game based on them. Thanks for watching and don't forget to subscribe to our channel. Comment below if you want us to cover a subject topic of your choice.